Hi, I'm Bill McKeegan with Dan D'Agostino Master Audio Systems. I'm here with our Momentum Phonostage and its beautiful black anodized finish. In this video, we're going to go through the connections and operations of this great Phonostage. Okay, now that we have the Momentum Phonostage out of its crate, we can see all of its parts. We have the audio chassis, power supply, and then the transformers. We also have included DC cable to go between the transformer and the power supply, and another DC cable to go from the power supply to the audio chassis. There are also 4 cones that need to be installed inside the bottom of the audio chassis. So let's get right to it. First step is to install the cones into the audio chassis. So on a nice flat soft surface, turn the audio chassis onto one of its sides. Grab the cones, all 4 of them go into threaded inserts in the bottom of the chassis, and just screw them in. The next step is to place the audio chassis on top of the power supply. There are pre-drilled openings for the cones to fit into, but be careful and gentle as you place it on top. Now it's time to make our connections. First the audio connections and then the power connections. Our first step is connecting the turntable. The Momentum Phonostage features 4 inputs, 2 moving coil, MC1 and MC2, 2 moving magnet, MM1 and MM2. We include both single-ended and balanced connections. We are using the single-ended connection, so the switch needs to be in that position. If we were using balanced on the inputs, we would be using the balance setting. Flip it back to single-ended. We now make our RCA connections here. I'm going to use actually moving coil 1, since we have a moving coil cartridge. RCA left and right, and then our ground connection. We then connect our balanced outputs to the balanced left and right output, right on the bottom and left on the top. And now we have our audio connections made. Next are our power connections. We have a DC power connection between the power supply and the audio chassis. And then we need to connect the power supply to the transformer box. Transformer box looks like this, and we want to position this as far away from the Momentum Phonostage as we can. We include a 6-foot long cable, which we connect one end here, and then the other end gets connected to the power supply right here. Now our last connection is our AC power connection, which we make right here. And then we switch the Momentum Phonostage on by flicking that switch. Again, position the transformer box as far away from the Phonostage as you can. The operation of the Momentum Phonostage is pretty straightforward. You select the input that you want to use. In this case, we connected to moving coil 1 or MC1. You can see that is lit up, and what's lit is the loading option. I have it set for 50 ohms, but we have a number of choices, 100, 200, and onwards all the way up to 47K. If we had a second moving coil tone arm or separate turntable connected on moving coil 2, we switch to moving coil 2 and the same option becomes available to us. Moving magnet 1 is again the same thing. We can change the loading on the moving magnet cartridges, but we also add the capacitance, which is unique to the moving magnet cartridges. And then of course, moving magnet 2 is the same way. We also have adjustment in gain. So if your output is not high enough because you're using a low output cartridge, this will offer a little extra gain into the system. And then the last option or last adjustment we can make is the RIAA curve. The default is that setting, the RIAA. which came into existence in 1954. So almost all records will use this special curve. But if you have some older records that are from other labels, like the Decca label, the RCA, the Deutsche Grammophon, or the Columbia, we have those curves also available by just turning this knob. But virtually 99% of LP listening will be using the RIAA curve. And that's as hard as it gets, or as simple as it gets, to operate the Momentum Phonostage. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of the connection and operation of the Momentum Phonostage. Please give us a comment, like, follow, subscribe, hate, put a thumbs up, a thumbs down, do whatever you got. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Momentum Phonostage's connections and operation. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment if you would like, but also follow us on our other social media. Thank you.